Hey everyone, Ellie here. This video is basically a summary of where I'm at after my one-to-one last Friday, what my chosen idea is, why I've chosen it, and where I tend to go with it after this video. So I haven't got round to telling everyone, so if you're eager to know what I've chosen, this is it. The Lost Fleet book series was originally bought for me a few Christmases ago, and until recently they was largely shelf fillers. If you're unaware of the story, in a nutshell it focuses around two sides of a battle, the Alliance and the Syndicate world. The Alliance create a device known as a Hypernet key, which allows their armies and fleets to attack the Syndicate world in their own territory, and in the process of this, a fleet of soldiers are unable to return back with the key, hence the Lost Fleet. The story follows Captain John Geary, otherwise known as Blackjack, and he struggles to negotiate peace between the two factions and keep his men alive. Throughout the war, Geary and his men discover evidence of a third party in this battle, an alien species, although this is never proven true until the spin-off series. The war rages on for centuries, with both sides investing heavily in defence and tech weapons, new ships, etc. etc. The books are split into 6 stories. In chronological order, they are Dauntless, Fearless, Courageous, Valiant, Relentless, and Victorious. Now, in all honesty, I'm not a massive fan of the books. However, I am a fan of the imagination of the book's writers, Jack Campbell. The story, despite having running themes throughout about government corruption, the pointlessness of war, or the use of man as a war weapon and so forth, actually has a fantastic abundance of descriptive text about the fascinating technology that each side managed to find or build throughout the years of the interstellar battle. It's because of this, and the fact it hasn't been made into a movie yet, that I know of, that I think I have an almost blank canvas to bring these texts into the real world and show people the fascinating yet destructive power of some of the key weapons used throughout the series. The books focus heavily on battle scenes, whether between ships and shuttles or ground warfare, so it's a perfect style of book to be adapted onto the big screen or into a game. The high detail used in describing the technology and weapons in the books, although sometimes being slightly ambiguous, is more than enough to give me, the prop designer and artist, enough room to work effectively and to the script, as well as give it my own take on things. So to clarify, what exactly it is I'm doing for this project? Well, for those who still may be unclear, I'm taking a variety of the key weapons used and described in the books, taking those texts and from them designing what these weapons will look like if brought to the big screen. I'll be taking into consideration ergonomics of the design as well as aesthetics, why they will look the way they do, how they'll be operated, and what's inside them that causes them to work the way they do. As Alan put it in our tutorial, a Haynes guide to the weapons if you will. So, where do I go from here? Well, in essence, I'll be following a new pipeline, although not unlike that of the transcription project in the second year. 1. Decide which weapons from the books I'll be designing. 2. Gather as much descriptive text about these chosen weapons as possible and condense it into manageable yet understandable pieces. 3. Create concept art for each weapon based on these texts I've found. 4. Refine concepts until they're at the right standard for film production. 5. Create blueprints showing the interior as well as the exterior of the weapons, including mechanisms and power supplies, etc. Now I'm still toying with a few ideas as to what the finished CG product will be it a book, presentation or whatever, so for the moment I want to focus on these 5 points until they are clearly thought out and on paper, and then I can decide what would be the best way to showcase or present my 3D pieces. So, I hope this video has cleared up what exactly it is I intend to get done during the oncoming weeks of this project, and as tutorials come and go, I'll be able to update you followers with how the final models and renders will be shown or presented. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time when I'll be talking about the weapons I decide to take from the books and bring them to life.